Connan from Connan and the Mockasins. How are you?
Good, thank you, Kirsten. How are you?
Good, thank you. Hey, I haven't seen an auto harp before. What is it?
It's just a harp where you press the buttons to make the chords, or you can, just play it however you like. And I've mic'd this one up with some old electric guitar pickups, and then just running it through a pedal and stuff like that. But
great.
Yeah.
What else have you got in the studio with this?
I've got a guitar and an amp, and this auto harp. Yep.
You're pretty portable.
Yeah, very portable.
In fact, we could take it in 2 handfuls this morning.
Yep. Well, this is just my stuff that I'm playing with at the moment, but yeah.
You've also left the band behind.
I'm just playing with all sorts of different people at the moment, and
because last time we saw you play in New Zealand, it was with Seamus on
drums,
yep,
and Ross on bass. Yeah, It was a very sort of bandy band thing, but I'm feeling a lot more relaxed just playing with lots of different people, and it's really good to have a break and stuff. And yeah.
What are the other two doing now?
Seamus is in Coromandel somewhere. I think he's going to spend a few years with his wife in Ireland and just relax and that. And I'm not sure about Ross. He's in Wellington. Yeah.
Cool. Hey, should we rip into a song?
Okay.
I believe that we're going to hear one of Connan's greatest hits, I guess. Sneaky, Sneaky Dogfriend. What can you tell me about this song?
Well, it's just a dog tune, and it's an old song that I wrote a while ago, and it sort of resurfaced, and it's just it's almost like a kid's tune, and we released it last year through Parlophone's Regal label, just as a 7-inch record, and it did really well. We sold out on the first day, and then they did another 500 the next day, and then that sold out next day as well, and then
That's amazing.
It's been doing all right over there.
Great, let's hear it.
Cool. Okay.
Dance all night, I know you're rather tired. Expect to see him home by dawn. Pick and choose, dog friend knows what to do. Dog friend, he's home from school. Dance all night, I know you're rather tired. It's time to walk him through the park. Ooh, he's bad, don't pat him with your hand. Dog friend, he bites quite bad. He's a sneaky, sneaky dog friend. He's a sneaky, sneaky dog friend. Sits right behind you, walks right beside you. He's a sneaky, sneaky dog friend. Oh no, no, dog friend is feeling low. It's time to take him back to school. Walks real fast while sneaking through the grass. He wags his tail and school. Dance all night, I know you're rather tired. Expect to see him home by dawn. Ooh, he's bad, don't pat him with your hand. Dog friend, he bites quite bad. He's a sneaky, sneaky dog friend. He's a sneaky, sneaky dog friend. Sits right behind you, walks right beside you. He's a sneaky, sneaky dog friend.
That song gets me every time. It's kind of got a fake ending halfway through, and I'm like, oh, where's the mic button? Hey, you've been living in the UK for the past 2 years or so?
Yeah, about 2 years, yep.
Has that relationship with Parlophone progressed while you've been over there?
They've been waiting for me to finish a record for a while, and other labels over there. So when I finally finished one, it's been really hard over there though, trying to make a living and record without jumping into a record contract and to support you and stuff. So and I wanted to do it by myself. do at least a couple of records by myself, and without them saying, "Oh, we like this song, and can you do another one like that?"
So do you have to have a day job over there?
I was doing some gardening, and I think I can get away with it this year. I think I can finally be a self-sufficient musician. But yeah, I was enjoying doing some gardening. That was something different. Like, and you could think about music while you're doing it. It's nice to get away from being stuck in your room going, "Oh, I've got to write a song" or something like that. Yeah.
Do you do many gigs over there?
Yeah, heaps.
And what kind of audience are you playing to? Like, is it mainly an expat Kiwi?
No, I don't. Not many New Zealanders at all. Went over there and with that kind of thing, not to play to New Zealanders. I don't see the point when you're going all the way over to the other side of the world and just playing to New Zealanders. May as well just stay here. So yeah, it's just a mixture of sort of UK and Europe, and yeah.
Now, you haven't been living with the rest of the New Zealanders in the heart of London. You actually moved out to Brighton.
Yeah, we moved. Yeah, we were in London for about half a year, and then moved out. I moved to Brighton, and I was with my auntie looking at antiques in this little old place called Lewis in East Sussex, and it's a really, really neat little village, and so we managed to
get a lot of castles.
Yeah, it's got a castle, and it's got the houses are really neat. They've just got a lot of character, and like in London, I just find all the places there have got really, they look neat on the outside, and then you get in, they've got wood laminate flooring and low ceilings and really tacky sort of trying to be stylish houses, like apartments, and that it's not, you can't really, just feel really uncreative in those sort of environments. But
now, Brighton's been pretty good to you, really. You've made friends with a famous, what do you call it, Brightonian?
Brightonian, yeah.
Tell me about your relationship with Fatboy Slim.
A couple of, when the first time I went over there, he found a CD of mine that my auntie had snuck into his house, and he was really into it. So he didn't know that I was related to my auntie who knows, and so we did some recording with him, and he really wanted to do an album together. And last year I just he called me up and did a song for him for his new album with a bunch of really famous people. It was really exciting, like Martha Wainwright and Iggy Pop and David Byrne from Talking Heads.
Wow.
And then when I got there, he was like sat me down on David's chair, and he said, "Oh, by the way, I've just sent a track for David Bowie to do, so no pressure." And I was like, "Oh God." And then no, it was really funny. Like he said, "And I want you to do something that you're not normally doing." And so what we're going to do is we're going to take, so you're not going to listen to the beat at all, and just make up random words that you pop into your head, and basically kind of rap. But it was kind of like a poetry rant or something. So it kind of reminded me of Sam Hunt or something. And so it was really strange, but that's what he was going for, and hopefully they use it. Yeah. I haven't really heard the finished product yet, so once him and his engineer start.
When's that album coming out, do you know?
I sometime this year, I'd say in about half a year. I don't know.
Now, I actually was over in Brighton about midway through last year and caught up with you.
Yeah.
And I was a bit worried when you said that you were giving up the blues. Blues wasn't your thing anymore.
Oh,
and I hadn't heard any of the new music. So.
Like I love playing it every now and then, but I feel I can only do so much with it, and I've been playing it for so long, and there's lots of other music besides sort of 60s style blues that I've been into, so it's time that I explored some of them.
Yeah. Hey, shall we hear a new one?
Sure. I'll use the harp on this one.
Yep. So a bit of a swapperoonie of the instruments. What's this one called?
This one's called Egon.
Egon.
Egon, yeah.
And what's this one about?
Or Egon Hosford.
This
one, believe it or not, it's another pet song. Egon's my cat. So I don't know. I like sometimes these later songs. Like, I don't know what to write about. I haven't had a hard life yet, so I'll just write about a pet for now. Just twiddle with this. Okay.
Long but thin at the top, his name is Egon. Friend and son of the boss that makes him lucky. We've heard it all before. It's Egon at the door. Feel I'm waking up beside another, sitting in each chair beside the fire. We've heard it all before. It's Egon at the door. Egon is chompy. Egon is chompy. Pushing a me man into the YouTube. Licking balls until he's told he loves you. We've heard it all before. It's Egon at the door. No one's ever found Egon. Where's Egon? Wandering down the hall, intriguing eyes. We've heard it all before. It's Egon at the door. Egon is chompy. Egon is chompy. Egon is chompy. Wears his furry crown inside his chest. We've heard it all before. It's Egon at the door, listening for the call of Ada's muster. Kings have musters too, like Brooklyn rats. We've heard it all before. Collects red hair with his paw. Egon is chompy. Egon is chompy, Egon is chompy.
That's awesome. Connan, who I believe you're considering changing your name to Connan Mockasin.
Yeah, I think so. I have to change my last name if my parents let me.
We're going to hear a bit more from Connan later in the program. That was Starlet Johansson by the Teenagers. It was actually the Connan and the Mockasins remix or remake or something. Anyway, I've got Connan in the studio with me to explain. Because you actually sing the vocal line on that track, don't you?
Yeah. I tried to do, not a French accent, but they had kind of a sort of silly sounding voices, so something like that. But it was just a cover, really. Just got asked to cover the song.
How did that hookup come about?
I don't know, actually. I think
they're a French pop trio.
They're doing really well over there, actually.
They're being talked about lots on the internet.
Yeah, so I got asked by their management and label to. I've never met the band before, but to do my own version of a song, and then they sent me that one to do. And they got much better songs, I thought, actually. So,
hey, we're going to hear a new song from you. Do you want to tell us about what we're going to hear?
Yeah, this one's called Macheeky. It's about a Japanese friend of mine. And
is his name Macheeky?
She, yeah.
She.
No, her name's Machiko, but she's cheeky.
Her name's Macheeky. She likes whistling through fans and likes to show off her dirty small hands. She's no toddler, loves her bolognese. Wine gums, they make her want to run, run, run. Her name's Macheeky. She likes whistling through fence and takes my brother to the Brooklyn chip shop, hunts for bush rats in the garden next door, and turns the skins into a moccasin shoe. When she's lonely, she'll stay and stay with Lou. Oh, Macheeky, won't you lay? Her name's Macheeky. Sleeps as long as my cat and holds her breath as long as her Brooklyn red. She's no toddler, loves her Balinese. When gums they make her want to run, run, run. When she's lonely she'll stay and stay with Lou. Oh, Macheeky, won't you lay? When she's lonely she'll stay and stay with Lou. Oh, Macheeky, won't you lay? Macheeky, won't you come along and stay? 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 Macheeky, won't you come along and stay?
That's awesome, Connan.
Thank you.
What did Machiko think about it?
I haven't seen her since she's been back, but she said she saw a clip on YouTube of us playing it at CMJ. So yeah, I think she liked it.
Oh, cool. Do you often write songs about your friends?
Yeah, quite often. Yeah, friends and pets.
Yeah, so sneaky, sneaky Dogfriend
Yeah.
and...
Yeah, that's not. I don't have a dog, but I don't know. It's been said that it could be a few other people that I've known. So,
keep them guessing.
yeah.
Hey, should we hear another one?
Yeah, sure. A pet one.
If you like.
This one's called Mini Bison, and it's about Chris. He used to live on. He was an old drummer of mine, and he lived on Tasman Street in Wellington, and had this cat that had really big shoulders. Would pop into his room and watch him sleep, but that wasn't their cat. They didn't know how it got in as well. So, and it had fur, it had like woolly fur, not normal cat hair. So we called him the Mini Bison.
Mini Bison said, I'm hungry by 8. Hungry. Him and Grandpa Moth had salad and steak. Mini, very little thing comes up to your knee. Only to see silly Mini Bison likes to sleep. Sleepy in your arms like a vampire. That silly Mini Bison likes to bite. Fangs with short dark fur, he prowls at night. Silly Bison said, I'm hungry by 3. Hungry. Him and Grandpa Moth had bison for tea. Mini, very little thing comes up to your knee. Only to see silly Mini Bison likes to sleep. Sleepy through the night like a vampire at night. Like a vampire at night.
He's the Mini Bison, silly Mini Bison, likes to bite. Fangs with short dark fur, he prowls at night. Silly Mini Bison likes to bite. Fangs with short dark fur, he prowls at night.
Nice. Hey, we've only had 2 EPs from you, really. You're working on an album at the moment?
Yeah, I'm working on 2 at the moment.
2 albums?
Yeah, I'm just I started one with James Milne, Lawrence Arabia,
who's another
England.
New Zealander living in.
Yeah, and we hired this really big room, this big, large industrial shed, and just started. He was just like engineering and helping produce this record with me, and we had Seamus on drums, so it was just like 3 of us in this room for a week or so, and it's not quite finished yet, but and I think he's back in New Zealand now, but we're both really busy while we're here, so I don't think I can finish that till I get back, so I'm starting another one over here at the moment and recording that in Wellington, up in an old historic house in Noe Gorge. It's got lots of bush and stuff, so it's good keeping away from everyone and no distractions up there. And so I don't know when they'll be finished, I don't know when they'll be out, but I was hoping to have at least one of them done while I was here, to do a trip before I went back, just go around New Zealand and play some gigs with the new songs of that one. But yeah.
Now, Lawrence Arabia has also been working on his own solo album, and we've got a track from him coming up. But word is that both of you are going to do a spot of camping next weekend.
Yeah, we like camping.
In fact, we like camping as well, and Music 101 is going to be broadcasting live from Camp Aloham next Saturday from 2 till 5, and it's going to be a fun time. I went last year and had an absolute blast. About 50 bands over 4 days, anything from jaunty rock and roll to synth pop to folk, people playing up trees and on lakes.
I heard it's amazing. I missed it last year.
We missed you, Connan.
I was really annoyed that I couldn't play, and everyone was sending me pictures and stuff. You missed it, mate.